Okay, hi, it's Tony again. Recently, Kat actually posted a video of her Bibles and some of her devotions. And as you can see, I have a little bit of an addiction to Bibles too. And so I told Kat that I would do a video of my collection. And so here it is, and I'll just tell you a little bit about some of them. I'll try not to make this video too long because I did a video on a scrapbooking binder that I had done the other day, and it was too long and I couldn't post it, and it was like just a horrible mess. So I'll try and keep it short, but as you girls will find, I'm a bit of a talker, and so keeping anything short, you know, is next to impossible. This is one of the reasons why I don't like answering machines, because I have a tendency to leave such a long message that I run out the answering machine. So, yeah, all right, so let's get back on track. Okay, so this is my Bible collection and my devotional books. So I'll start up this end. Sorry, not my devotional books, but my commentaries, my reference books. So these two here are the Matthew Henry commentaries on the whole Bible. Now this one is an abridged version of this one, so really I don't need to keep that, but I'm a sentimentalist, so what can you say? Love this. Let me just show you down here. I mean, this man is a man after my own heart, because he also is not short of a word. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I mean, he can turn out columns and columns on just a few verses of the Bible. So it's heavy reading, but it is so worth it. So anyone who hasn't read, anyone who hasn't read Matthew Henry, please do, because he is so worth it. The complete works of Oswald Chambers. I actually haven't started reading that. The bookmark is in there right at the beginning for me to start. That was actually my mum's book, and she loved the works of Oswald Chambers, so I thought, well, if mum likes it, then it's worth me having a look. My Bible dictionary and my handbook, they're my go-tos. These three here are The Treasury of David, written by Charles H. Spurgeon, and I only got these about a week ago, so I haven't opened them yet, but I'm very excited to get started. Very excited to get started on reading those. A couple of more commentaries on Matthew. These are commentaries on the Bible by Matthew Poole. Again, these were my mother's. This one was my mother's, and then from here on, these are my Bibles. So I have my Thompson's Chain Reference Bible. Now I have a confession. My mother had a Thompson's Chain Reference. This is hers here, and she loved it. But my brain is not put together the same way as my mother's, and I still struggle with working out the formula for using a Thompson's Chain Reference. But it does have some great stuff in it, so it is worth pursuing. This Bible here, this was given to me by my mum on my 5th wedding anniversary. So for myself and my husband, I'm no longer married. We divorced in 2001. But yeah, so I've had that Bible for a long time. That came from my mum. My ex-husband was never saved, and he hasn't been yet, but I do pray for him and his new wife. These three Bibles here were my mother's, and she had a lot of Bibles as well. But when she passed away, I gave some of her Bibles to her close friends as keepsakes. So I've kept these three, but the rest that she had, I have given away. That one's just on the New Testament. It's the New Testament in plain English. It's very good. It's a paraphrase rather than a translation. Matthew Henry Study Bible. This is a new acquisition for me. I only got that about a month ago. Love it. It's got intense study notes. Let me get those off there so that I can show you. You know, so some pages are more study notes than they are actual Bible, but I love the works of Matthew Henry. So, yeah, so as you can see, you know, you've got the Bible up here and then his study notes down there. So I'll put that back in later. This one here, oh gosh, I'm covering up the lens. This one here is just a replica of the 1611 King James Version. So this is a replica of the first time that the Bible was printed in English. Oh, let's see if I can put it over here. Sorry, I'm all over the place here. So it's in the old language, in the old English, and I just love it. I love it. I love this old language, and you know, of course I do struggle a little bit with some of the words, but it's very good. So that's more of a, you know, a keepsake thing for me. I'd love to have an original, of course, but that's not going to happen. Over here, let me get these out of the road. These are just a couple more like study Bibles, a True Identity Study Bible. This one, the expanded one, it's very much like the Amplified. So very similar, only the New Testament in that one. King James, New King James Version, another Bible. This one, I realise is a Catholic Bible, as Kat said in her video. It is a Catholic Bible, but I bought this at an antique fair. I only paid $30 for it because I knew the guy, and so he gave me a discount on it because I was so interested in it. And I love it because it's such an old Bible, and it's just beautiful. I have looked up on the internet. It's, you know, got a picture of the Pope, whoever that guy is. I'm not Catholic, and I do apologise. I don't know much about the Catholic faith, but I do love Bibles, so here you go. And it does have the Apocrypha or whatever, those extra 14 books in it anyway. So that's those. That one. Move these over here again. These are like the last few here. Again, a Women's Study Bible, the New Living Translation, the New Living Revised Version, the Holman Christian Standard Bible, and the Bible in 1 year. So this one here is actually laid out so that you read it from front to back, but it's got Old Testament, New Testament, Psalms, Proverbs. So for each of your daily readings, it's set out in 365 daily readings, and so it's not set out the same as the actual Bible is, but it's set out so that you're getting a little bit of every bit of the Bible. These books up here, I don't know if many of you know of the Passion Translation. It's actually, I'll show you on the front here. So the Passion Translation, that's a paraphrase as well. Absolutely beautiful. It's love letters. That it is the Bible, but it's done in such a way that you just absolutely are saturated in the love of Christ. So wonderful. I think they've only just now brought out a one book of the New Testament because it's still in the process of being translated. But, you know, I have these individual ones, so I'm not going to buy the whole book. I've got lots of little Bibles here as well, which, you know, for carrying in my purse. That's nice. That's just a New Testament, tiny writing, which, you know, is way too tiny for me now because I have an eye problem. That's my great-great-grandfather's Bible. Just, you know, some little smaller Bibles. Oh, sorry. Oh, gosh, I'm terrible with this. You can see I'm not good at this. This is a zip-up one, which is great. I keep a pen in there. That's good for my handbag as well, because nothing falls out. The pages don't get bent. This is actually a Gideon's Bible that I picked up at a second-hand store for probably $1 or something. This one's the New American Standard Bible. Now these ones here that I have here, I'll get that one out of the road. This one, and these two. These are the ones that I use every day. So this is the one that I did the other video on, my Knowing Jesus Study Bible, my main Bible that I take to church. So I won't open that, just you can see that in the other video. This is my Inspire Journaling Bible, which a lot of you girls have. And you girls are so much more creative than I am. All that's really in here, I mean, I use this. This is the one that I use for my scripture scribbling. So when I write out scripture, this is the one that I write it from. And I only really do colouring in because I cannot draw to save my life. This Bible, I only bought this one about 3 weeks ago. And this is not the original cover. This is the Joyce Meyer Everyday Life Bible, Amplified version. So it's got notes and commentary by Joyce Meyer, so I'm really excited about that. So I do use that for daily reading. It was a paper cover, like a soft cover book, and the cover was so flimsy that I was worried that I was going to destroy it before I'd even, had it long enough to warrant destroying it. So I actually put a new cover on it. So all I did here was just put like cardboard on the front and the back, and covered it in, this is contact, like book covering contact, and so that's given it a hard cover. You can sort of see that's a hard cover, and I do want to put something in there, but I haven't yet. And as you can see, I've washi taped, as you can see, as soon as I come to, there you go, I've washi taped on the pages, the first page of the books of the Bible. So if I have a look down here, you can see they're all washi taped. So that was fun. So like I said, that's the newest Bible that I have gotten. And this one, this is the New King James Version in the large print, which is great for me, especially because this is the one that I use to do my nighttime reading. So I'm reading by a lamp, sitting up in bed. So I need the larger print, even though I wear glasses. The larger print is just so much better. Now, as you can see in here, I have these bookmarks. And what I am doing at the moment, I'll show you one in a minute, get that back where it belongs. What I'm doing is called the Horner Bible Reading System. I don't know how many of you have heard of that, but basically you follow these bookmarks, which are numbered 1 to 10, there, and they've got on them what books of the Bible that you read, and you read one chapter of each one a night. So basically you are reading 10 chapters of the Bible every night. It takes me probably between 30 and 45 minutes, depending on how long the chapters are. They recommend that you don't stop and make notes, you don't highlight, you just read it through. It's a system that is like programming your computer. It's like putting all of the information into your computer. So I do all my note taking and all of that sort of highlighting and stuff like that in my other studies that I do during the day. But this is the one that I do before I go to bed. And as you can see, that's come off, but I'm up to Mark chapter 10 on this. I've been doing this system for 35 days. And I am loving it. So what happens is, in this one, for number 10, you're going through the book of Acts. So when you finish the book of Acts, which I've already done once, then you go back to the beginning and you start again. So every time you read, it's a different combination of books and a different combination of chapters. So some will take, like for this one, for instance, that's going to take 250 days to complete all of that on bookmark number 9. On, like this one, 62 days for these 3 books of Job, Ecclesiastes and Song of Solomon. So only 62 days. And then, so others are quick. The quickest one is Acts, which is only 28 days. The longest one is going to be these two, like 8 and whichever one was, one of them was 250 days, one's 249 days. So, and then you just keep going, you keep going. So every night you're reading 10 chapters, and it's a different combination of all the chapters, and it's such a good system, and I'm really enjoying it. If you want to know more about that, let me know and I can talk more about it, but I'm almost up to 14 minutes on this video already. So that's my collection. I do have a lot of devotional books. I'll just quickly show you down here. These are my devotional books, and I've got another bookcase behind me that are more devotional books and stuff like that. So this is my passion. So Kat, I can totally relate. All right, bye guys.